Boom, 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 boom. All right. I think we are live. We're here. Back again. Covering one championship card starting about right now. Should be some good fights. I believe it's only two on this main card. One of them being a Muay Thai bout with the MMA gloves, which is going to be fun to watch. The first fight on the main card, it's going to be Jeanette Todd taking on Hogstead and Line Hogstead. We can quickly pull that up. I believe this fight between Shine and Yoshiki Nakahara just finished. Let me quickly get it all up and running here. All right, yeah. So Anline Hogstead is actually making her way to the cage as we speak. Big fight here. Jeanette Todd, excellent kickboxing skill sets, as a champion in the 1FC kickboxing class. Now she wants to be a Muay Thai champion as well. Should be some good matchups. What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? Michael, how are you, brother? Pay-per-view Dizzle, what's up? Make sure you guys smash the likes if you haven't yet. Let's get it to 5 likes, man. That's what we're looking for. And let me know what you guys think of the graphic on the top of the screen. You know, if you guys like it, if you approve, disapprove, let me know. Should be a fun fight here. It's a good way to start the card with some Muay Thai. I'm excited to see how this goes. Let's see these fights. Should be some exciting matchups here. One championship. First fight of this main card. First of two, unfortunately. Jeanette JT Todd dancing her way into the cage. Pay-per-view Dizzle. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you guys for those 2 likes. We need 5, though. We got 5 people viewing. If we can get 5 people liking, that would be fantastic. Let's keep that algorithm pumping. Fabian Edwards, Austin Vanderford. Early prediction without studying the film. I was watching Vanderford's fight yesterday, actually. I think Fabian could beat him, man. I really do. But Vanderford, yet to taste defeat. I think Edwards, does he have 1 loss? Excited to see that fight. What's that? I think it's in the next couple weeks. Top of my head, I don't know. I think that's the Bellator return card, the May 7th one, I believe. Good fight here, though, with Muay Thai. I'm excited to see how this fight goes down. This will be my first time ever calling a Muay Thai bout. Yeah, these cards. Yeah, man. Tell your friends. Get everybody here, man. Smash the likes, guys. I'm covering the card. I'm excited to talk about it live, man. I feel like that's the way to do it. I've watched some one championship. Obviously, I study film to give the predictions, but this is the first time ever doing a live stream for them, especially about this. Not even MMA. This is Muay Thai. I'm excited to talk about it. See. I'm excited for this main event, though. Christian Lee and Timothy Matsukan. I think that's a crazy fight. Supposed to be. Christian Lee, this kid, he's supposed to be really good. I mean, if you look at his resume, you look at some of the W's, I mean, the guy's got a good record. He's dominating guys. I like him. I think that the one championship has some good fighters, man. I really believe that. I think there is serious talent there. And it's not just UFC, you know, that has elite level competition. Cejudo and O'Malley, I did see that. I think Cejudo, O'Malley, it's more of a joke. I know O'Malley called for the fight with Petr Yan. Obviously, he's not going to get that fight, but I like that he calls for it. O'Malley, I have fun with the way he talks. I think he's an entertaining guy. Is he the next world champion? I don't know. We're going to have to see. It's looking like, I mean, he's definitely good. He's high level, without a doubt. But being the top of the sport is no easy task. One championship live right now. Being announced as Anline Hogstead as we speak. Ninja Line Hogstead. 4 likes. I appreciate you guys. Let's get it up to 5. That's the goal. 5 likes. Look at that. That's money. You guys are awesome. Appreciate everybody tuning in to the show. Should be a fun card to cover. Not that long. We'll probably be here a little bit over an hour. It's Just 2 fights. I don't know. Will they show any other fights? I don't think so. I mean, the lead card was on YouTube. Bleacher Report, I believe, was streaming it. Tuned in for, I think, 2 of the fights out of the 5. Or rather, out of the 3. But some good fights here. Jeanette Todd, 35, takes on Anlai Hogstead. Obviously, there's not going to be much details on the screen there because this is a Muay Thai fight. But both pretty diverse in the striking department. We'll see. We'll see how it looks. I feel like it's going to be interesting with the Thai gloves. I mean, granted, yeah, I've seen highlights. I've seen, I believe, one other live fight. But this is going to be cool to see covering live. Let's see what happens here with Jeanette Todd and Anline Hogstead. Win here would probably give both, whoever wins, title shot. I think that's what it would be, as they're definitely towards the upper echelon of the weight class. They meet in the center of the octagon, or rather, the cage. Touching gloves here. Should be a good fight. Let's see how this one goes down. One championship. This is the first ever live stream coverage here on MMA Experts channel of it, and I cannot wait to get into it. The first ever Muay Thai fight I've also ever covered as well. Hey, I appreciate you, Toxic Jedi. Make sure you guys smash the likes, subscribe. Let's get this thing popping. Rod Tang, if he can defend the takedown, I mean, the striking is dynamic. All right, this fight has started. They're both in the center of the octagon. Hogstead in the blue tape with Todd in the red. Good leg kick there by Anline Hogstead. Interesting to see this bout with the MMA gloves doing the Muay Thai here. It should be a pretty diverse striking matchup. Both in the center of the octagon. Good leg kick there by Todd. Hogstead misses. Definitely a feeling out process is commonplace in Muay Thai, but with these smaller gloves, one punch, this fight could certainly end fast. Thank you, Bipolar Nobody. Thank you, brother. Make sure you guys smash the likes if you haven't yet. Good scrap here between these two gals. Muay Thai, one championship. It's a very good Wednesday night. Good attempt there with the leg kick by Hogstead. Nothing crazy happening at the moment still. Feeling out process. I know it's pretty commonplace in Muay Thai to have a slower first round, but they do seem to be heating up as we get going here with a minute 35 left. Yeah, make sure you guys smash the likes if you have not yet. Let's get those 10 likes. We're right there. We're at 7. Just need a few more. Day's been fantastic, man. A lot of fight coverage. After this, I got a lot of Bellator individual videos coming out, as well as the UFC main event video. Not much doing, both throwing strikes, but nothing significant landing. Todd looks to close distance with the 1-2. Good kicks there by Hogstead, but nothing landing here. Big body shot attempt there by Jeanette Todd. Very interesting because, Muay Thai, I feel traditionally the gloves are definitely a big part of the defense, whereas with the MMA gloves, you do not have a lot of room for error. Bellator always bringing the heat, man. Glover versus Jan prediction. Glover to share a beautiful elbow by Jeanette Todd as she closed distance there. That was beautiful. Excellent work by Jeanette Todd right now. I think she is winning this round. Nice leg kick there as well. Hogstead, a bit tentative. Fighting Jeanette Todd is no easy task. She's a very versatile striker who mixes it up well and is very difficult to predict. Glover submission. I respect it, man, but I feel like Blachowicz is at a different level at this point. 1-2 attempt there by Jeanette Todd. Slightly lands. She's unloading the hands nicely. I think Jeanette Todd definitely the better hands of the two, at least as of right now. Seems like that at the least. Good first round. First ever Muay Thai live coverage. I'm giving it 10-9 Jeanette Todd. No, Clarissa Shields could train MMA probably for the rest of her life and she won't stop the takedown of Kayla Harrison. It's a lifelong grappler versus someone who's just getting into MMA. It's not, I don't think it's possible. Clarissa Shields might be good. I mean, she has a good skill set, right? She's a ton of potential. Thank you, No Culture. Smash that like button, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Round 1 for Jeanette Todd, in my opinion. Good fight. Starting it off right. Next fight is going to be absolute fireworks. Round 2 of this Muay Thai bout between Jeanette Todd and Anline Hogstead. If you're just tuning in, welcome. And they started off. Jeanette Todd in the red with Anline Hogstead in the blue tape. Big shot attempts there by Jeanette Todd, miss. Blocked away by Anline Hogstead. Leg kick attempt there for Hogstead, misses. It seems like right now, Jeanette Todd is just such a more versatile striker. Her hands are better than Anline Hogstead. She's more dynamic with her kicking, and she's blocking everything being thrown her way. This seems like a bit of a level difference. And both are towards the top of the weight class in Muay Thai, but Jeanette Todd being a kickboxing champion obviously showing. Yes, sir, I have been on Pub Sports. They're good guys. They're good dudes over at Pub Sports Radio, man. Curtis Blades, I'd like to see him back in action. Missed there for Hogstead with the kicks. Jeanette Todd, Anline Hogstead, as of right now, gotta be favoring Jeanette Todd here. Overall, looking a bit more versatile with the hands. Better with the kicks. Just looking to be the better striker of the two. In a pure striking bout. Hey, I appreciate you, Bipolar Nobody. Make sure you smash that like button, brother. I'll be doing the Bellator live stream on Friday. Yeah, that's definitely one of the most exciting cards of the week for me. Live streaming, that's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll be covering Bellator most definitely live. Good shots there by Jeanette Todd. Nice front kick to the body. Jeanette Todd being very patient, fighting intelligently, and also mixing it up well, whereas Anline Hogstead, bit tentative, throwing outside of range, missing more strikes than she's really landing here, not doing much. Hey, I'm glad you stumbled on the stream, man. Left hook attempt there by Todd, blocked by Anline Hogstead. Big head kick attempt by Jeanette Todd. She set that up very nicely. As of right now, it just seems more of the same. Todd, slightly more efficient. Overall, mixing it up better. Yeah, this is the first fight on the main card. This is actually Muay Thai right now. The next fight is Christian Lee and Timothy Matsukan. Round about to end here. Jeanette Todd moving away. Good jab there to finish off the round. A few seconds left. End of the round. All right, we're going to give it 2-0 right now for Jeanette Todd. Good performance. I feel like the striking, as I said, level difference here between these two. Tony versus Beneil, early prediction. Got to go Tony on that one. I just feel like Beneil, questionable chin. You can hurt him. Tony Ferguson, steel chin. He's going to give it all he's got. Supposedly, he's coming back with a vengeance. So I'm going to have to ride Tony in that fight. At least as of right now. But right now, it's Jeanette Todd winning this, man. Yeah, I'd like to see Ed Alvarez in the big fight here. But the biggest issue with Lai is he lost his last fight, even though it was a disqualification, right? It's still a loss. That's how they're going to take it. That's how they're going to treat him. In Bellator, yeah, light heavyweight in Bellator is excellent as well. Bantamweight is deep. Featherweight is a lot of fun. Lightweight needs some work, I'll say. Middleweight, same issue. Heavyweight, kind of dry. I would say, yeah, bantamweight. I'd say bantamweight, welterweight, featherweight, and light heavyweight in Bellator are all very good. All right, this third round here between Jeanette Todd and Anline Hogstead. If you just tuned in, make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's get this thing up to 10 likes. Keep that algorithm pumping. A good performance right now for Jeanette Todd. She seems to be clearly out ahead. I know one championship does score fights as a whole. I do believe that applies also for the Muay Thai, but I guess we'll find out here shortly. But as of right now, it's clear that Anline Hogstead step faster, a bit too precise, a bit too quick with the hands really, and just seems to have the advantage, the clear advantage over Anline Hogstead here. I feel like Hogstead, I think she needs to bite down on the mouthpiece, move forward, and maybe mix in some body attack, some low kick attempts, and beautiful front kick puts her down there. By Jeanette Todd, that was. Good work by Todd. I mean, she's controlling range, landing combination punches. And I do agree that Yuri Lapik's fight was not good. The main card has just started. There's only 2 fights on the main card. It's not a huge card. I'm only going to be covering this fight and then there's one more afterwards. Yeah, excellent striking skill by both these gals. This is Muay Thai with the 4-ounce gloves. It's definitely a different game. Big body kick there. Puts down Anline Hogstead. That's it. I don't think she's getting up from that one, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Oh, she gets up. Respect to Hogstead. I don't know if she can continue, though. She's got her hands on her knees. The ref stops the fight. That is it. Jeanette Todd gets a 3rd round TKO here. Excellent performance. Absolutely shut down Anline Hogstead. Then that body kick was beautiful. The main event, we got Christian Lee over Timothy Matsukan in a fight that I think should be very entertaining. Tony by the Holloway treatment. Yeah, might happen, man. Good fight. Muay Thai, it's very interesting to watch, especially with the MMA gloves. It changes the game. Something I've always been curious to see would be boxing with MMA gloves. Because I know bare knuckle, it exists, but that's a totally different fight. That's bloody, that's warfare, that's crazy stuff. But at least with the boxing gloves on, that could be different. Is the main event going to go all 5? You think it is? It definitely could. I feel like Lee could get the stoppage, but definitely Timothy Natsukin's a beast. The BS is over. The Muay Thai, man. It's the thing about one championship. If you're not a fan of Muay Thai and other mixed martial arts, you're probably going to get irritated because one championship has kickboxing and Muay Thai. I wish they had some pro boxing with the MMA gloves. I think that would be something crazy to try. I'd be very interested to see what boxing with those gloves would look like. I really would. Bare knuckle doesn't do the same thing. I mean, because it's all the cuts, the brutal damage to the face. Yeah, Christian Lee is at the end of the day, man. It's only illegal to do that if it's against the rules in the league you're in. If they don't test for it, it is what it is. I don't knock it. I mean, guys were doing it for years in the UFC up until USADA, and who knows how much longer USADA is gonna last? Because definitely, I don't know if it necessarily helps the business side of things, you know. But man, Jeanette Todd, what a beast this girl is. Excellent performance, outstruck a very skilled Anline Hogstead. Boxing in an octagon would be wild, but I feel like the smaller gloves of boxing would change the game. Can you imagine you put in, 2 heavyweight boxers with the little gloves? The fights are going to be crazy. The fights would be probably very quick, I would assume. Similar to how you see sometimes in bare knuckle, they go down fast. I got to actually see a bare knuckle event live. It was the Toe the Line bare knuckle. We got credentialed for that event, and that was crazy, man. Some of the most entertaining stuff you can watch live has got to be bare knuckle fighting. Anline Hogstead takes the L there. Jeanette Todd talking now with the commentary team. I'm excited for this main event. We came here for MMA, but this is always interesting to see some Muay Thai action, especially these dangerous women. They have some excellent striking. Wow. Great performance. Great performance there. Anline Hogstead, Jeanette Todd. Just ready for this next fight to get going. Get this MMA stuff pumping. We know we came here for the mixed martial arts, but always beautiful to see striking. I'll never knock the striking game. Striking is a beautiful art, man, especially when it's done by somebody as well as Jeanette Todd. I mean, how beautiful is that? That would be crazy, man. No culture. I would love to see that fight. I think that's a crazy stylistic fight. You put those small gloves on, it's a different game. Hey, I'm glad you made it on Nakahara, buddy. Thank you, dude. Absolutely, man. Do it for the crew. I'm just excited for this next fight, guys. I am pumped. It's gonna be some good matchups, or rather, one good matchup here left. The main event of the evening. Christian Lee is gonna be my pick, at least as of right now. We'll see when they get in the cage here, but I feel like Lee will be able to do work. He's a young protege, 23 years of age, and he's got so much skills, man. For 23, special talent. Most definitely a special talent. All right, so we're looking at the rankings right now. Christian Lee has dispatched the number 1 and 2 guy, and now he takes on Timothy Matsukan, the number 3 guy in the division. I feel like this is the fight that people will probably want to see. Natsukin knocked out Eddie Alvarez. A lot of power in his punches. Not the most technical guy, but brings it. And he does bring it at a high level. Well-rounded fighter is Christian Lee, though. I feel like this is going to be Lee's fight. Great moment for Timothy Matsukan to knock out Eddie Alvarez, but Christian Lee's a different fight than an aging Eddie Alvarez, man. Gotta go towards Christian Lee. Most definitely here. Showing some promo for it. Christian Lee's beating up good names already. I mean, shit. This is going to be fun. High-level stuff here. Probably will be on in the next few minutes, doing the promo and whatnot, talking to both the fighters. They're showing, of course, that Eddie Alvarez knockout that definitely made Natsukin who he is today. That was a big win for him, though. Most definitely. To answer the question, Tyson Fury versus Francis Aganu. If they were to do that, I'd love to see Tyson Fury and Francis fight with MMA gloves. But there may end up being a super fight. I think Tyson Fury is the first, not Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou is the first like UFC heavyweight champ that I really feel they could push towards doing a boxing world title crossover. I think that would be a lot of fun. I feel like you put Fury in there versus Francis, obviously in straight boxing rules, high possibility that Francis loses, but if you put him in maybe a different fight, you give him Deontay Wilder, that's more of a crazy matchup. Because if you think about that, I mean, Deontay Wilder, not the most technical, neither is Francis. Granted, he has gotten better. I'd be interested in seeing that fight as well. That would be crazy. But we'll see. Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou could happen. And, I mean, at the end of the day, one punch by a high-level MMA fighter like Francis, who's got nasty boxing, could end the fight. But obviously, you have to very much strongly lean towards the professional boxer. One championship. They're showing some heavyweight moments here, trying to advertise their heavyweight division, which I think, that's definitely a division. I think that's a division that outside the UFC, many leagues need to improve on. The heavyweight class is tricky. All the best guys tend to go UFC. Yeah, Aganu versus Wilder would be the fight to watch, man. I think that would be crazy. John Jones, Francis, though, is the fight to make. But if they don't make that fight, shit, I'd watch him box Wilder and Ngannou. But I think they definitely will lean towards the Fury fight because, I mean, you lose to Tyson Fury, you lost to the number 1. You lose to Wilder, you lost to, what is he, the number 3 guy in the world, number 2. Depends on how his matchup with Anthony Joshua would go. Big fight, too, if you're a fan of YouTube. You know, that matchup between Jake Paul and Ben Askren. I'm just more interested to see if Askren can beat this kid. But I do worry a bit when you're taking on Ben Askren as far as striking goes. Because, man, he's not known to have too good of hands. Yeah, Fury would definitely destroy Ngannou in straight boxing. I will 100% agree with that. I know the MMA community is definitely behind Ben Askren. We got to root for him. But I don't take Jake Paul as a serious threat. I mean, if you put him in there against a guy his own size at his weight class, he would get dominated. Even MMA guys. Granted, supposedly he sparred Mike Perry, and Mike Perry might have got pieced up in there, but it's Mike Perry, though. Mike Perry is not the most high level at this point. At one point, we thought he might be the next big thing, but he never lived up to that hype, man. Let down. Yeah, if Jake has good cardio, he should outbox Ben for 8 rounds. He shouldn't look for a quick knockout, and I think that he's got a smart enough team behind him. He talks the talk and whatnot, but if you're fighting Ben Askren, you can't just look to blitz him. Sure, it's a quick knockout. You got knocked out by Masvidal. That's crazy stuff. That's MMA. That's a flying knee. No, I don't think they'll taint his performance. It's very tricky, man. I have not looked into it. I can't say whether true or not. I guess innocent until proven guilty in a court of law is I guess what would be the right thing to say. 5 5-minute rounds in this main event. No kicks to the head of a grounded opponent, but there are knees to the head of a grounded opponent. I'll be honest, I actually really like the rule set as far as entertainment goes, but if you're a betting man, that adds a whole new risk to your game. That's a whole nother risk. Now, you got to worry about dudes getting kneed in the face and put to sleep. They're showing the Yuri Lapicus fight last week. Yuri, come on, man. I thought, like, in my opinion, a little bit embarrassing. Like, maybe it hurt. I don't know. Like, come on, Yuri. I'd rather get knocked out by Eddie Alvarez than quit against Eddie Alvarez, because at the end of the day, you give your best shot and just see what happens. Yeah, Mighty Mouse, that was sad, man. But that's the fight game. You're at the top. He hadn't lost, really, besides, the Dominic Cruz fight back in the day. He hadn't really gotten beaten. Am I going to do a stream for Robert Kelvin or Askren versus Paul? I don't know, man. Shoot, I got to see the times on that one. I'll think about it. I know the Paul versus Askren one will probably get a ton of people tuning in, but I do want to see both fights. So I don't know. I might have like a 2 things set up. I might do, we're live streaming one fight, but we'll still be watching that MMA stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys know. I'll let you guys know by Saturday. So stay locked in on the Instagram, because I'll definitely make up my mind. I gotta see the times too. I forget. But I definitely will be tuning in for Ben Askren. I got to see my boy Ben. Neither of them walk into the cage just yet. Just talking about the future and whatnot of this fight, or I guess hyping up the fight, rather, not the future. I'm excited to see what's in store this Saturday. I really am. Yeah, I'll check the times out. I'll let you guys know. Actually, I can look at my phone now because the fights aren't starting. Let's find out. Let's find out when these fights are on, because I know prime time is going to be that Askren versus Paul one. But I feel like the Whitaker fight, I feel like it should be on probably at 10 o'clock. I don't think they're going to change the time. Yeah, it takes place at 10 o'clock p.m. Let's see when the Jake Paul fight is. I think they're going to do it. All right, the festivity is set to go 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock for the Askren Paul fight. But there's some other fights on the card. We'll see. We'll see what we do. We're definitely going to be watching the UFC. That's the priority. But at the end of the day, I will be curious to tune in for that. Hey, if he wins, he should call out Logan. Make himself some money, man. At the end of the day, to box, he's not a boxer. There's no risk in boxing. You could get knocked out in 20 seconds. It doesn't matter. He's not a boxer. It's funny, though, Jake Paul talked about doing that wrestling match with him. If Jake Paul wins, I don't know. Dillian Danis is in there. I would like to see him fight a guy that actually has like 2 pro boxing fights against like okay names, but who knows, man? I don't know if he will. Right now, Timothy Matsukan walking to the cage. I know, I don't want to choose him, man. I don't, but even though Ben Askren's trained with Freddie Roach and whatnot, have you seen some of the footage? It doesn't look promising, man. He can't box. Like, he's not a boxer. And Jake Paul, he has been training consistently, boxing specific. If it's MMA, of course, that's Ben Askren's world. But this is straight boxing. There's certain things in boxing that aren't done in MMA, as far as the movement, as far as how, you don't have to worry about takedowns at all. Yeah, I get what you're saying. At the end of the day, it's picking Jake Paul is not out of love for him, obviously. Just, it's tricky. I hope Ben goes out there and shocks the world, but we'll see. The Jake Paul story may continue, man. But as of right now, Timothy Matsukan is at the checkpoint. They're putting some Vaseline on him. He's ready for action. This is the biggest opportunity of his professional career. He gets to take on Christian Lee. In the cage is now Timothy Matsukan. And yeah, Jake, if he doesn't rock him, I think, yeah, it definitely leans Ben. But if Jake works behind a jab and dances for 8 rounds, that would truly show that he's a boxer, in my opinion, and he doesn't need a stoppage. Right now, Christian Lee, the champion, making his way to the cage to take on Timothy Natsukin in another title defense. Christian Lee is a special fighter, 23 years of age, and already at the top of one championship, doing things that UFC former champions have been unable to do, and that's win a world title there, knock out a Shinya Aoki. I mean, this guy has beaten some good names already at just 23. The ceiling is absolutely high for this guy. There's a ton of potential, and I mean, he's already a champion. Let's see how he looks out there with Timothy Natsukin, who's definitely going to bring him a stern test. And I think this is very good for his growth as a mixed martial artist. Game time, guys. Game time. Make sure you guys smash the likes if you have not yet. Keep that algorithm pumping. Let's get it started. Ben definitely will, man. Christian Lee with the world title around his shoulders. Yeah, right. So you got to, Tony, it's actually 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Granted, I don't know if there's a tape delay thing for people with different time zones. I know right now I have it live on. Christian Lee making his way towards another title defense. Chris striking, ferocious fighter. Tons of skills. I think he gets the stoppage here of Timothy Matsukan. 23 years of age and already got that belt. I'm excited to see what the future holds. I mean, at 23, the world is literally his, man. Yeah, he has another relative that's a champion's sister, maybe? Forget off the top of my head, to be honest. But I know the Lee family are some savages. And Christian Lee is one of the savages. Yeah, somebody's very good is going to have to come out there and take that belt. I mean, Timothy Natsukin might do it. We might get proven wrong here. Yeah, the 16-year-old girl I saw. That's crazy. Special family, special fighters. Great genetics, right? And great minds for it. They love this game. Let's see what happens in this main event. One championship at you guys once again. This is the first ever One Championship live stream here. Now, we can't sleep on Mother Russia. We never do. But you got to give the love to the savage Christian Lee here. He's a special breed, man. He really is. Christian Lee versus Timothy Matsukan. Title fight. Let's get it. Don't blink. You better not blink. If you blink, you might miss the show. Excuse me, fellas. Let's get into it. This fight, mixed martial arts bout. We're in the 1FC, and we're gonna see who is the true #1 fighter there. I'm excited to see it right now. There's definitely ton of hype around Christian Lee. As I mentioned, I'm picking him to win this fight, but Timothy Natsukin is not somebody to be underestimated. A beast. He's a Mongolian fighter. These Mongolians are savages. Especially what Rich Franklin was saying about it. He was hyping up these Mongolian proteges, and I mean, rightfully so. There's some very good Mongolian fighters now. All right, let's get into it. The main event of the evening. 3 judges scoring this bout. Not a 10-point must system. One championship, judges fights as a whole, which definitely changes the game. That's going to be interesting how that works. I mean, they've done it before. I don't think they have a history of bad decisions, so I feel like should be fair outcome here. One on TNT. Lee versus Natsukin. It's the live main card fight companion. I'm here with the play-by-play for this epic main event between these two very high-level lightweights in the 1FC. Championship matchup here. High-stakes matchup here. Christian Lee currently being announced. This is a massive moment for him. I know. I'll try to do my best with the judging. Out of habit, I'll probably score it on a 10-point must system. No, he's got nothing on Buffer, man. Come on, Buffer's the man. Buffer is a special commentator. He's a once-in-a-lifetime. As is his brother. Christian Lee, Eye of the Tiger. He's ready for war. This is a fight. Don't blink. We got 5 rounds, but it might not go that far. Timothy Matsukan challenges world champion Christian Lee in the lightweight division. You're locked in here at MMA Experts. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Smash the like button if you have not already. Let's get into this fight. Fight starting in the next few seconds here. High stakes. World title on the line. Timothy Matsukan, biggest win of his career, the Eddie Alvarez knockout. Christian Lee has beaten everybody they've put in front of him. All right, they meet in the center. Blue tape for Timothy Matsukan, red tape for Christian Lee. Lee goes low, but very good takedown defense there by Timothy Matsukan. He's known as a very strong guy, especially in those clinch positions. I'm going to put a headphone on here so you can hear some of the punches landing. Christian Lee, dangerous everywhere. Kick attempt there misses for Timothy Matsukan. Both in the center of the octagon. Good jab attempt there for Christian Lee. I believe I will go live, Robot Chicken, either that fight or the Jake Paul one. But I know for certain I will be live for Bellator on Friday. That is a guarantee, covering Bellator live. I'm pissed the Ramos and Algeo fight is off. Ooh, big shot there lands for Christian Lee. Does he have Natsukin in some trouble? He's throwing ferocious ground and pound from the back position. This might be it. It looks like Natsukin's done and they stopped the fight in a minute minute 6 or a minute 8. Wow. Christian Lee, ladies and gentlemen. Christian Lee, he is as game as they come. This man, I believe, is going to have the belt for a long time. We may be looking at one of the best lightweights on the planet. I'm curious to now see this man against the UFC. 23 years of age. Ceiling is right here. Appreciate you, Tony. Yeah, Bellator, I'll be commentating. I can't wait for the Bellator card. It's like the most fun to cover, at least for me. Christian Lee's a beast. I thought he would get the stoppage, but I didn't think it would be that fast. I thought it would be a second round. He killed Timothy Natsukin. Natsukin's complaining about the stoppage, but at the end of the day, he was in a bad position. He's getting cracked. This Lee kid is an animal. Natsukin's pissed. Yeah, Lee's a special fighter, man. Whether it was slightly early or not, I don't know. It looked like Natsukin went out. Let's look here. Replay being shown. Let's see what he gets caught with. He comes in, beautiful left hook, drops Timothy Natsukin. Christian Lee is special, guys. And then he just unloads. I mean, it looks like Natsukin's pretty much out as Christian Lee has that backside position and it's just unloading punishment. Oh my God. Wow, that was a beautiful performance. Give it up for Christian Lee. He is a special fighter. Beautiful left hook and then just beat the brakes off of Timothy Natsukin from that backside position, unloaded ferocious ground and pound. Natsukin didn't know where he was at that point. He was finished. He's complaining about the stoppage, but he was done. That is a great win. Wow. Too easy is right. Too easy is right. Christian Lee, special fighter. Wow. I love seeing it, man. I am going to keep my eye on Christian Lee. I will not miss a Christian Lee fight. He right now might be one of the most entertaining fighters on the planet. Wow. One championship delivers with a great main event. I'm a huge fan. One championship delivering. I would like to see Eddie Alvarez even with the DQ. I'll be honest, I think he does not beat this kid. This kid's special, man. He sees things differently. His eyes are so fast. The way he throws the combination, like, I don't know, that timing on that left hook, that's something that is very special. This kid's a special fighter. I want to see more. And I would like to see the Alvarez fight just to see what it looks like, but I think he dominates, man. MMA math doesn't work, but at the end of the day, you still have to note that Timothy Matsukan did beat up Alvarez, and I think Lee beats him even better than that. Wow. Wait, Uncle Dana lost what on you, man? Christian Lee, what a performance by him. Oh my goodness. I'm a fan. He's a monster. Great performance. How did we do for the night? I'm about to check out the picks. We're gonna count them up because I think that was a pretty solid night. First fight, Shuyukumbu. That was an easy pick. Wang. Oh, we went unbeaten for the night. Look at that. The whole card. Did not get one incorrect predictions. So make sure you guys stay tuned in here at MMA Experts. We pick them right, guys. That is a perfect night at the One Championship office. Glad to have covered it once again. Great work. Wow, that's sweet. Christian Lee is a special fighter. We just witnessed a beautiful knockout, ground and pound follow-up. This man is a specimen. Special mixed martial artist. Special mixed martial artist. He's on the road to being a champion for a very long time at 23. Thank you, Robot Chicken Wings. That's excellent predictions. I mean, they are tricky, man. The 1FC is tricky because those knees to the face change the game. You can think you have the perfect fighter and he gets kneed in the head. It's over. It's a different fight. One championship, ladies and gentlemen, delivering. Christian Lee talking right now to Mitch. He's going to be a father. Wow. Congrats, Christian Lee. Special fighters, man. Wow. See what he's saying here. Speed and accuracy beats power. He says it right. He's a special fighter. I'm a fan. I am a big fan. Look at that beautiful left hook. That's such high-level stuff. He was going to mix in a takedown, but he put him out. Down went Natsukin, and then just unloaded. That's a beautiful performance. The whole family is savages. That's amazing, man. It's beautiful work. Destroyed Natsukin. Natsukin can complain about the stoppage all he wants, but Christian Lee wasn't going to stop. It was going to be more and more and more of that. Let's see. Yeah, Timothy Matsukan said that he felt the stoppages early, but I think it was a fair. He was going to win the fight. Exactly. He was going to win the fight of the way. Wow. Excellent work here. It's going to take someone special to beat this man. I don't know. In one championship, I don't know if that man exists. Great work for Christian Lee. That is pretty much it for me here, guys. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Wasn't too long. We went on for about 45 minutes almost, probably by the time I end this speech. If you haven't yet, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Got predictions covering Bellator, UFC, One Championship, and starting next week, the PFL is back. We'll be covering that as well. I thank you all so much for being here. I got some videos coming out very shortly. If you want some Bellator individual predictions, UFC main event individual prediction, and then I will be dropping some post-fight one championship main event coverage because it deserves to be talked about as it is high-level MMA. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you all in the next video.